Hey guys, it's CyberShadow001 back at it again with the video games. Back at it again with Destiny 2. And this video I'm making right now is in response to my last video. If you guys are wondering what last video, it's gone. I deleted it. It had to do with my frustration about where the game is headed and the state of the game coming out, and I got really angry and really hot about it, and I should have allowed myself to calm down. I was having a bad day that day, and all sort of stuff. And I want to say thank you to the commenter that said that. I believe it was Equendo. Um, Thank you for telling me, hey, chill out. It's just a game, and you're right. You're right. It's just I am incredibly passionate about this game. I've been playing Destiny since House of Wolves, and I was, I believe, 14 when that came out, 22 now. And it's just a game I'm wicked passionate about. It's a game I love. Uh, it's a game that I'll, kind of continue to love and have hope in my heart for. But yeah, I just want to talk about the state of the game a little bit and my thoughts on it and such in a calm manner. And I think I definitely think it was a very poor state of the game for sure. It's probably, I think if they haven't even put anything out, I think they would have been fine. That would have been a much better outcome for them if they had stayed radio silent and just waited till the reveal to kind of let it speak for itself. And even then, with the reveal, I don't know what's going to be really great about it, or it's really got to blow us away. And it's one of those things where, unfortunately, I don't think it really will, and especially with how that state of the game went. I think the plans that they have for this game are very poor decisions. I think that it kind of shows that there's a quality control issue and ultimately a kind of laziness issue with how they're developing this game. I feel like they don't really have any passion about it anymore. There's not really anything they like about the game anymore. I feel like they probably want to let it die, which is unfortunate. I don't think it should die. I think it's definitely worth saving, especially with all of the just great fundamental gameplay stuff we have. I mean, still to this day, this game has some of the best gunplay out. I think the sandbox in its current form is probably one of the best it's ever been. But but the issue is just Bungie's making very poor decisions about communication, about updates to the game that need to be done, particularly on the PvP side and the Gambit side, which I think is extremely disappointing. What they had said in that, especially the Gambit side. Now, I myself am not a Gambit fan. I never really liked Gambit. I liked it when it first came out, and then I kind of stopped. When Season of the Drifter came out, that was kind of it for me. I don't think I've ever touched Gambit since then. I do have the Dredgen title and all that, and I think that's probably why I don't like Gambit so much, but yeah, the fact that they somewhat acknowledge, hey, we know we've been hearing about Gambit, but guess what, we don't have anything for you, feels like very much like a we don't care or give a shit about what you say kind of attitude, which is, I'm assuming, not how they wanted it to come across, or maybe not actually how they feel. I have no idea. I think it definitely feels that way, considering how Lightfall went and the seasons after it. I think the passion, like I said, the passion's definitely gone. I think it's completely gone out the window. I think they just want to collect the paycheck and be done with it. You know what I mean? And just not have to worry about it anymore. Which is unfortunate. I don't think that's how the game should be treated. I really don't, because I think the game is fun. Clearly, Bungie made a lot of fans because of this game, and obviously they had made Destiny. They had made Halo before that, which was major for the gaming industry. But I just don't think their passion and their drive is there anymore to pursue this. And I know they got a new game on the horizon, but none of the developers of Destiny right now that have been working on the game the last couple of years are working on Marathon. It's all the OGs that we've had, Forsaken Era and all of that since the beginning that have been working on Marathon. The old guard, the old blood. So I think that's probably partially why Destiny's gone so far downhill. I definitely think something needs to change, and the issue is it's kind of a slippery slope right now. What I'm about to say, it's definitely a slippery slope, and in that Bungie's not totally to blame. I think we have a partial stake in this in terms of blame. I think we definitely have that, and I'm not saying the entirety of the community, but there are certain people in this community that attack developers when something doesn't go their way, and I definitely think that's a big. I mean, it might be the reason. I definitely think it's a big reason why Bungie doesn't communicate anymore how they used to, and I don't think it'll ever go back to what it was like, unfortunately, because of that. I think that is completely understandable. They want to keep their people safe. And the community isn't really making that any better, especially recently when the state of the game came out, and I had mentioned this in the last video, that certain people in the community were sending videos to trigger epilepsy to certain developers of Destiny, which is not okay because you're killing somebody. You could kill somebody. That is just way beyond the line of what you should be doing. I think as a community we should rally together. We should support each other. I don't think we should attack developers. I think we should voice our opinions on how we feel about the game. Or how they're disregarding some of our requests, such as more PvP stuff, which they've said they've claimed to have updated, but a lot of the updates that they either have done have either failed miserably, or there hasn't really been anything because they've been non-existent for some time. Because they're like, oh, and that's going to lead me to a point. I'm sorry, I don't have like a script or anything. I'm just kind of going off the top. But I think that it definitely leads to... How do I put this? The thing that kind of irks me about the state of the game right now, especially now, is that we're at our lowest point as a community, and it seems like Bungie as developers are at their lowest point, and this did nothing to appease any of the apathy going throughout the community. Like I said earlier, I think it would have been much easier to just not have said anything at all and just did the reveal. Whatever was going to be angry and disappointing, we would find out there, and we would deal with it in our own way, right? Yeah, it's very complicated. It's such a complicated thing. This whole situation, because I just don't know. I just don't know what we can do. You know, I don't think we really have much say in what Bungie does for the game anymore. I don't think they really care about our input anymore. I don't think they really care about anything at all, besides what makes them more money. And that was going to lead to the point that I was going to say earlier, but I think it's a completely bullshit excuse to say we don't have the resources to provide what you want, because more or less what we want, we're not asking for much. We really are not asking for much. We're not asking them to retool the whole game. We're asking for, hey, can we just get some updates on PvP? Can we get some more communication? Can we get some updates on Gambit? Maybe some new maps? And for them to just say, hey, by the way, we don't have any plans for Gambit. It takes too much resources away from exotic quests. I don't believe that for 1 second. Now, if you're talking about, hey, we don't have enough people to hire, like we don't have enough people to make the stuff, that's different. In which case, hire more people. I'm sure there are plenty of fans that would love to work with you. Guaranteed there are plenty of fans that would love to work with you guys. So I don't understand that sentiment. Let's go to Europa. Why not? Just kind of fuck around here for a bit. I don't understand that excuse whatsoever. Because you have the resources. You have had the resources. And the thing is, you've been acquired by a multi-billion-dollar company. You've been acquired by Sony, which is one of the biggest video game companies currently right now, or media companies, I should say, right? You're acquired for $3.8 billion, and you're telling me out of all that money, you don't have any resources to make anything new in the game. Yet, you have the ability to make Eververse sets every year. Eververse sets every 3 months. Every season we get like 3 armor sets, and you're able to do collabs, but you're not able to give us ritual armor every year. It's complete bullshit. There's no way that you guys cannot provide that sort of content. Because again, like we said, we're not asking for much. We really are. What we're asking for is very, very, very much within the realms of what Bungie can do. And with people saying, hey, you don't know anything about game developing, it's true, I don't. But I know that game developing budgets do not take $3 billion for small things in the game. I don't know what the most expensive game ever made was in terms of development money, but I do know one of the most expensive games it took to make, which was the first God of War 2018, of the Norse saga there. I know that took, for sure, money, right? That took $400 million to make. And that's the thing that I don't understand. And that's the most expensive in recent knowledge for me that I know of. I don't know if there are games that have been more expensive than that, but that's a long way off from $3.8 billion. That's a very long way off from $3.8 billion. So, what's the deal, Bungie? Where did the $3 billion go? Did you guys use it for something else? Did you blow it on something else? Or did you put it towards Marathon? To do all the stuff that you said Marathon was going to have, which is stuff that we've been wanting in Destiny since the beginning, but have never been provided. I mean, I don't work there. I don't know. But I definitely think that's a lie, for sure, that they don't have the resources. I don't think that's true at all. I really don't. And the fact is, there's proof that that's not true. If you make Eververse sets every 3 months, you say multiple Eververse sets every 3 months. Yeah, you can't do ritual armor. You can't do new maps. We're getting a new map next season. It's the first new map we've gotten, I think, since Disjunction. and we'll see how that map turns out. We'll see if it's good or not. I'm a little bit worried because of how they described it, because it's the exact same way that they described Disjunction. And Disjunction, to date, for me, is the worst Crucible map we have gotten in Destiny history. It is easily the worst. So I'm hoping that this new map, I believe it's called Multiplex, does not go down that same route. But here's the thing. I don't really trust Bungie with much anymore in this game. I don't really trust them with the game itself. There's a lot that I just... I don't know. It's hard to support this game when so many poor decisions are being made. And I definitely think, for me, after Final Shape, I'm done. For sure. I love Destiny, and I want to see it through to the end. And that's why I'm still definitely going to get Final Shape, for sure. Because I need to see how the story ends. I've invested too many years of my life to not see it through. But I think after that, I don't think I'm going to purchase any seasons. I don't think I'm going to purchase any DLC anymore. And at the end of the day, I don't think I'm going to play the game anymore. And there are plenty of other games out there that I can play. We got Spider-Man 2 coming out. I got MK1 coming out. You know, there's plenty. There's definitely plenty to play. And it's going to be about making that work. So hopefully, you know, do I want Bungie and Destiny to die? No. But if you keep making these decisions, it's going to happen. And it's the tried and true line that we've said for years, we've been saying for years. Nothing can kill Destiny. The only thing that can kill Destiny is Destiny. And that's just the truth. I don't think there'll ever be a game that Bungie makes that is as wildly as successful as Destiny has been. I give them all the best wishes and luck for Marathon, but I think if Destiny, the Final Shape, doesn't turn out the way it's supposed to, you might not have any players for Marathon anymore. And that's just kind of sad, unfortunately. And I guess that's really, you know, all I got to say about where we are, how this game is. And of course, I'll reserve judgment for when Final Shape comes out, the reveal later this month. I'm interested in the new season and what that entails with Amaru and Savathun, and you know, where's that going to take place, and all that, whatever that season's going to be about. I'm very interested and definitely pursuing. I definitely think my money on that is Mercury, and the only reason I'm saying that is I guess there was a lore piece that was dropped saying that Savathun hid something in the Infinite Forest, and I believe if you go to the Destiny the Game's Instagram, they changed their cover image, and it kind of looks like there's a Guardian on Mercury in their or cover image in their profile picture. And it kind of looks like there's a Guardian on Mercury in that, so I think they're definitely teasing Mercury's return. But again, that's saving stuff for future speculation. But that's kind of just my thoughts on where we are right now and how everything's going, and hopefully it improves. I don't think it really will, unfortunately. I've kind of lost all hope for this game, which is sad. I don't want to lose hope for this game, but I think it's time for us to move on and find better games out there, find communities out there, and I mean, I'll never forget the times I had in this game. I'll never forget the friends I made, the fun I've had, the relationships I've built. It's they're always gonna be fond memories, for sure. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it right there. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on TikTok at SombraShadow001. If you guys want to, I post other Destiny content there. Also post a little more variety content, a little bit about comic books and music and stuff like that. Recently, it's been a lot of Destiny stuff, so I also have my thoughts on the game there. So if you guys are interested, pop on by to TikTok. It's pretty lit over there. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it. Apagando las luces.